Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing something completely different from my usual content. Today I'm going to be ranting about something that greatly annoyed me. Now if you're new here, hello, welcome. Consider subscribing if you like to hear me complain and hit the like button if you like to hear me complain, because this is definitely very much first world problems, but I just have to get it off of my chest, otherwise I'm gonna go insane. So get yourself a cold beverage, a hot beverage, some kind of a beverage, because we're gonna be talking for a little bit, and this is very much straight from my brain. I did not plan what I was going to say, so if I sound all over the place, I am so sorry, but this is just how it's going to be. Now, where do I begin? So if you are a big person who's into makeup, or you're a big My Chemical Romance fan, as I am. Look, I even have my old My Chemical Romance hoodie that I've had since high school. Look at how old this thing is. Ancient, right? So I've been a fan of theirs since I was 14 years old. And yesterday, or the day before yesterday, I don't even know because my days are all mixed together, they announced a makeup collaboration with a cosmetics brand called Hipdot, I believe. Now, I've never purchased anything from Hipdot in my life. I didn't even know who they were up until yesterday. But for some reason, they managed to score a collaboration with My Chemical Romance. And lo and behold, it was real, it happened, and today it launched. And if you're here, you're probably upset for the same reason that I am. But if you have no idea why this is so upsetting, let's go back into the past a little bit, shall we? So yesterday they announced their little videos and pictures announcing the collection. You probably saw some articles. I'll pop some pictures of the collection if you have no idea what I'm talking about. And if you bought the collector's box, you got this little exclusive pin that was only exclusive to the collector's box. You got prices out and everything. It was going to be $24 for the palette, $12 for the eyeliner, $12 for the brush, and you could only get the pin with the collector's box, as I mentioned. So I was pretty excited. I'm a big My Chemical Romance fan. I kind of figured it was going to be based off of the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge era, so that made me even more happy, because that probably means there was going to be a very iconic red inside that palette. And if you know me, and if you know my channel, or if you follow me on Instagram, I love the color red in my makeup look. So it was a match made in heaven. The price seemed pretty good. Everything seemed affordable. The colors looked pretty good. I liked the color story. Sign me up, let me buy this palette. So I was trying to figure out the time for when this palette was going to come out. And thankfully, one of my friends found out that the palette was gonna come out today, which is December 10th, at the moment that I'm recording this video, at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I set an alarm, like the weird person that I am, and waited on the Hipdot website for the launch to occur. If you're one of the lucky ones, you scored one of the makeup palettes or the brushes or the eyeliners at the moment of launch. If you were me, that's probably why you're on this video. So here's how my experience went. I was waiting. I was there maybe 10 minutes before launch. So I was there around 11:50, 11:49-ish. I was even texting my friend frantically, trying to wake her up so she could be there for the launch as well. And I just sat there refreshing the page until it was 12 o'clock on the dot. Once 12 o'clock on the dot came, I was refreshing the page. Because if you buy makeup, or if you buy anything, typically when at launch, you usually see the website change. Usually you see advertising banners that indicate where you can find the product that you're looking for. And that's how I've always seen it with many different releases, particularly in makeup. You go on the page, you refresh the page a couple times until you see the page change with the new kind of advertising photos, and then you find the link right there on the page and you're directed directly to your products. In this case, I refreshed the page multiple times and there was no change. I just kept seeing these commercials or these banners for a SpongeBob collaboration that Hipdot had done before. No changes. So after the first minute passed, I searched it up. I searched up My Chemical Romance and it wasn't popping up. Mind you, I was using the Firefox browser. I don't know if you guys who use Chrome had a better time than I did, but I was using Firefox and it wasn't popping up. I was refreshing the page, it wasn't popping up. I was jumping onto Twitter trying to see if people who were trying to get it were able to get it. They weren't able to get it. Until I finally, after in between me refreshing Twitter and me refreshing the page, I figured, well, let me try to get to a different browser. It could just be my browser. There's no way it's already sold out. So I open up a Chrome browser and I finally type it in and it finally pops up. The eyeliner, just the eyeliner. And then when I click the eyeliner and in one blink of an eye, it was there and it was gone. Mind you, I was texting my friend at the same time. She was able to find it a lot faster than I was and she said it sold out. So then I went onto my page, refreshed again, and then the eyeliner was gone, but there was no eyeshadow palette and there was no brush listing either. So I was very confused. And then I finally refreshed the page again on Firefox and then it showed up the collection there on Firefox. But you could only see the PR box or the collector's box listing on there. And then it said sold out. But then they added a pre-order within that same, I guess the same 5 minutes, because note, about 5 minutes have passed since the launch occurred and I was trying to figure out how to get it. 5 minutes. So the collection sold out probably in less than 5 minutes. I was looking at some people who were looking for or trying to check out with it at 12:03 and it was taken right out of their carts as they were putting in their information, at least according to some people that I found on Twitter, and it was gone. They added a pre-order. Apparently this was going to be limited edition, but I guess not anymore. So I managed to actually get a pre-order. From what I could understand, they were only gonna put a certain amount of pre-orders up and those could sell out, which is kind of strange for me because it's a pre-order, so how can a pre-order sell out? But what came to mind was that perhaps they only have a certain amount of material to make a certain amount of palettes or whatever. That's what I just kind of assumed. But I managed to get it. Checkout was pretty easy for me. I did have to wait in line for like about a minute and then I was able to check out and get the pre-order for the collector's box. And mind you, there was only a pre-order for the collector's box. You couldn't pre-order the palette individually or the eyeliner or the brush individually. It was just the collector's box. And I know some people just wanted the palette or they just wanted the eyeliner, they just wanted like whatever. So I found that to be kind of sloppy. And now after I checked out and put all my details in and finally got my order confirmation email, then I redirect myself back to the main homepage of Hipdot's website. And then you see all of the promotional banners for the My Chemical Romance collection, all after the fact. And to me, it seemed kind of annoying because how is a company going to promote a product that you can no longer get? How are you going to put up advertising banners after the fact? How are you going to make it easy for people after the fact? And also, they didn't mention on any of their socials or in anything that I could find, because I did my research the day before, as to how you were going to be able to find it. They never said, oh, you have to look it up and then you'll find it. But I did look it up about a minute or two after trying to refresh the page, and then I ended up getting nothing. So overall, my main gripe is with how the whole thing was handled. The launch to me seemed very, very sloppy. I don't know if they didn't expect a lot of people, but honestly, they should have expected a lot of people. It's My Chemical Romance, for Christ's sake. It's My Chemical Romance, one of the most popular bands amongst the youth. Of course it was going to sell out. Of course there was going to be a lot of influx onto this website. Of course that was going to happen. But from what my understanding is, Hipdot is a smaller brand, which is cool that My Chemical Romance is working with a much smaller brand to give them, a little bit of notoriety. But I'm thinking it might have been better for them to maybe do it with a bigger brand that could actually handle the amount of people coming in, because it wasn't a good look for them. And now I'm even considering if I want to purchase from them in the future, which kind of sucks because maybe they have good products and I'm just judging ahead of time. So I'm a little peeved, as you can see, hence me hugging my little plushy animal here, drinking a chai latte because it's very upsetting. But you're probably wondering, why are you so upset you got a pre-order? I didn't even get a pre-order. That's probably your mentality. And honestly, you're right, I shouldn't be upset about it. I managed to even get a pre-order, but it's just the idea of getting it now. I guess we're just very impatient people, like we want things now. And I wanted this palette now. I wanted it for the holidays. It was gonna make me happy. You guys don't understand just how much this band means to me. And I've never really talked on my channel about how much this band means to me. My Chemical Romance means the world to me, and I will buy anything with their name on it because that's how much I love them. So to see this launch get all sloppy was very kind of disheartening, and it kind of made it seem like it wasn't given the respect that it deserves, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Oh, and another thing, 30 minutes after everything happened and after everything sold out, then the official My Chemical Romance website sent me a newsletter talking about the now sold out collection that you can no longer get. So it was like, what happened? It just seemed like it was just very disorganized. I don't know what happened. It seemed like it was very, I keep saying sloppy, but that's just basically the best way I can describe it. It was just disorganized. I don't know if like they didn't prepare properly, and that's probably what happened. But it was just really, really, really weird. And then I'm seeing like some influencers who got it first, and a part of me is a little bit bitter because I'm like, some of these influencers don't even seem like they really care about the band as much as some hardcore fans do. So it's like, do they even deserve to get the palette? So it's a weird thing and a weird feeling to feel. And I know it's probably like kind of petty to feel that way. Actually, no, it's really petty, but I'm just explaining my thought process. I told you guys it was gonna be kind of off the rails, not gonna really make much sense, but that's just kind of how it feels. I mean, I'm happy if you were able to get a palette and get the stuff right now. I'm actually genuinely happy for you, because if you manage to get that palette and you scored it and it's gonna make you super happy, I'm very, very happy for you. But it's just like, damn, Hipdot, you did us dirty. You did us real dirty. I'm hoping it was just a fluke. I'm hoping it wasn't like malicious, because there's also the talk of the palette and the makeup just being a cash grab. And unfortunately, a lot of brands or a lot of like bands and like, I guess you could say intellectual properties want to get into makeup because it's a very big like amount of people you can reach, and there's a lot of money to be made. So I mean, I'm hoping it wasn't a cash grab. I'm hoping they just didn't do it all sloppily because they were just trying to make quick money, and by they I mean like the record company that My Chemical Romance is under, because that's who I would assume would call the shots in that regard.
Also, one last thing that I wanted to mention that I forgot to mention in the video was the fact that they were only shipping to specific countries. They weren't shipping worldwide, which to me seemed fairly messed up because MCR has fans all over the world. On Twitter, I saw that a lot of UK fans were very upset because Hipdot wasn't shipping to the UK, and if you know the history of My Chemical Romance, you know just how much the UK fan base helped them out in getting their name out and helping them get the notoriety that they have today. So that was pretty messed up in my eyes.
But yeah, so I'm just kind of rambling at this point, so I'm just gonna like wrap this up here. Let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your feelings. I know this could be a little bit all over the place for some of you. Were you able to get a palette? Let me know. Were you not able to get a palette or a makeup collection? Let me know. Were you able to score the pre-order? Let me know down below. Also, let me know how your process went, because obviously I was all over the place going like 90 speed trying to do everything at once, and it just didn't work out for me. But I got the pre-order. I will keep you guys updated with how that goes and if there's any changes, and hopefully it'll come to me whenever it does. According to the website, it was gonna come, or was gonna be ready by March 2021. So that's quite a bit away. So that's the video, guys. That's just me ranting and complaining about something that doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But sometimes it's nice to just complain about something that doesn't really matter given the state of the world at the moment. But if you like this video and you want to hear more ranty style videos from me, give me a little thumbs up, subscribe, say hi in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will hopefully be happier than this one. Okay guys, take care. Bye.